ship explosion in Bombay Harbor on April 14th sets fire to the dock area and a large part of the city. Loss of life and damage to military supplies, vessels, and other property list this fire as one of the worst in India's history. Thousands of people are left homeless. British seamen join the evacuees after losing their ships. Destruction of food and grain warehouses causes a serious food problem, but the government acts swiftly to bring food from other sections of India. Bodies and debris pile up at the waterfront. Charred skeleton remains of ships. The twisted hull of the ship where the explosion originated, blown out of the water onto the wharf. More warehouses are gutted as the fire continues through the night. Plating from the deck of a ship, blown inland by the force of the explosion. A list of casualties reports several hundred dead and several thousand injured. Damage to property runs into millions of dollars. Military and civilian personnel clear away the wreckage. Troops of the 2nd Division are inspected by Lieutenant General George S. Patton as they go through recent pre-invasion maneuvers at Newry and Tandragee, Ireland. Infantrymen give samples of hand-to-hand combat. Bayonet and knife fighting. Crossing wire entanglements. Every natural method of concealment is used in a simulated attack on an enemy position. Demonstrating the use of makeshift rafts consisting of pieces of canvas filled with brush. The Superfortress B-29 arrives at Chikulia Air Base on April 19th after a 51-hour trip from Kansas. The plane's log reports an average speed of 230 miles per hour at an altitude of 10,000 feet. Conditions were favorable with 15 hours of daylight flying, 36 hours of night and instrument flying. A ground crew inspects the world's biggest warplane with its 4 Wright motors totaling 8,800 horsepower. General Wolfe greets the B-29 crew. Chinese students receive intensive instruction at Army schools in training for the invasion of Burma from the West. Men are taught to become officers and non-coms by American officers, aided by Chinese graduates from the Infantry Training Center of China's WWII Force. The WWII Force cooperates with the Chinese Expeditionary Force in training personnel and planning strategy for the invasion. China's army seeks to overcome the communication difficulties in the Burma area by emphasizing signal instruction. Engineers teach demolition procedure. Instruction in the use of mortars. These weapons are particularly adapted to the Burmese terrain. This machine gun is of American invention, German design, and Chinese manufacture. Bren guns are Czechoslovak design, but manufactured in China. Students fire American 50 caliber anti-aircraft machine guns at Pershan Airfield, a few kilometers from Japanese-held territory. Medical training at Tali. Graduation exercises at the Army School of the 53rd Army. Graduates will pattern the training of their units in the methods learned here.